You are listening to The Art of Sales. Everyone sells every day, and this is your source for conversational, real-world sales and prospecting methods that you are comfortable using and that get results. You'll help people buy instead of pushing them into being sold. Here's your host, Art Subcheck.
Today, I've got a very brief tip for you that regardless of your level of sales experience or expertise is something that most people don't do often enough. And they leave a lot of money on the table as a result. And it's one of the simplest things to do, even if you're not an experienced salesperson. Let me share a quick story to illustrate this. I needed a tree trimmed because it was hitting the tile roof of my house. I went to one of the handyman sites online and found 5 trimmers who appeared to be in my area. Well, 3 of them I managed to get on the phone on the first try, which I was kind of surprised about. And then I told each of them that I needed a tree trimmed. And then while we're on the phone, I sent each of them a couple of pictures of it. Now, this is important. I did not say I was shopping or I was looking for the lowest price. So while we're on the calls, each of them gave me their price. Then there was silence, and I had decided that the first one who asked for the business was going to get it, and that happened to be the last one. So after he gave me the price, then there was a little bit of silence. I didn't say anything, and then he said, "I can be there in the morning, okay?" And I said, "Okay." Now, this tip might not apply to everyone all the time, but it's one of the most common sales scenarios that businesses of all types run into. So if you handle calls where inquirers are calling in for information, they're asking about, say, product availability or product information or price quotes, make it a point to always ask for the sale or the appointment before you hang up. They're going to buy from someone. Why would they be calling you otherwise? Shouldn't it be from you? All too often, I hear people who are handling these calls, they'll take information and then they'll be running through the company looking for specific information. Then they'll get back to the caller. And then after they give the information, the inquirer, the prospect, just waits. And then they think about it and then they say, "Okay, I'll get back to you." Yeah. Or the person handling the call will say something like, "Okay, well, get back to us if I can help you." And money has just been left on the table. So what should we do instead? Well, make it a habit to simply ask. There's your real important sales point today. Say something like, "Well, yeah, we do. We have that in stock. It's only $496. How many should I ship you?" Or if their request requires some work on your part, and you need to get back to them, be sure you're not doing this for free. You can say something like, "Hey, I'll be happy to check that for you. Now, tell me a little bit more about your project. How is this fitting in?" Get them talking about their situation. And then after learning more, if you even decide the work's going to be worth it, you can ask them, "Well, great, after I find this for you, assuming that it meets your criteria, how many will you be getting from us?" And then you can ask them, "So let's talk about your criteria." It's tough enough to find sales opportunities. Be sure you're taking advantage of the ones that show up at your door with money in hand, ready to spend. Help them get what they want and help them get it from you. All right, hey, you know what time it is.
Your attitude will be iron every way, you'll never feel what they say. It's the art of the sales quote of the day.
That's right. It's time for the quote of the day. And today's quote is from Nora Roberts. And Nora said, "If you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't step forward, you're always in the same place." Those are actually 3 quotes that are very meaningful. All right. Hey, I've got a quick ask for you. Would you please subscribe to this show if you don't already? Do it on whatever platform you use. You can do it right on your phone, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, TuneIn, iHeart, wherever. And that way, you're going to be sure you never miss an episode. And also, here's another ask. Would you please share this show with 2 other people who could benefit? They'll thank you, and so will I. And I do want to express my gratitude for you for listening to this show. The response has been far beyond my expectations, and that's all a result of people like you who are tuning in on a regular basis and sharing it with others. So please continue to do so. And again, I thank you tremendously. All right. And speaking of thank you for sharing your valuable sales time with me today. Until next time, go out and make it your best sales day ever. I'm Art Sobczak.